This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(8:45). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news, edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. The President emphasises that there will be no room for separatism or extremism in the country. The DAG apparel factory in Monaragala has been opened by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa this morning. 190 more persons were tested positive for the virus today. 8 more bodies of individuals who succumbed to COVID-19 have been buried in the Batticaloa district today. Pilgrims will not be permitted to carry plastics and polythene products into the Katharagama sacred premises from the 22nd of this month. In foreign news, US Democrats push ahead with COVID relief plan. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that opportunities will not be given for separatism or extremism to raise its head in our country. The necessary measures in this regard have already been taken. He said the government will take steps to punish the individuals who were responsible for the Easter Sunday terror attacks. He also emphasized that it will be implemented very strictly. He made these remarks at a Gama Samaga Pilisandarak program held at the Madaragama area in the Kiribati Divisional Secretariat Division. The President also stated that officials should pay more attention to safeguard the environment. He ordered the police to remove illegal constructions and cultivation activities at the Rajanganaya area immediately. Financial grants have been received to renovate 71 tanks in the Kurunegala district. The President also advised the relevant authorities to implement the development activities speedily. The DAG apparel factory in Monaragala was opened by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa this morning. The private company has invested 500 million rupees on this factory. 6,000 direct job opportunities will be created. Another 3,000 indirect jobs will be created. It is expected to earn an import income of 3,500 million rupees as foreign exchange annually. The National Operations Centre for the Prevention of the Spread of COVID-19 says that 190 more persons were tested positive for the virus from the Palyagoda and prison clusters. With the new development, the total number of COVID infections confirmed in the country now stands at 85,150. In the meantime, recoveries from the virus reached 81,769 earlier today, with 448 patients regaining health. Commander of the Army, General Shavendra Silva, said 8 more bodies of individuals who succumbed to COVID-19 have been buried at the Ottamawadi area in the Batticaloa district today. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The Speed Investment Plan from Sri Lanka Insurance. Give a high five to life.
We continue with the local segment of news. Pilgrims will not be permitted to carry plastics and polythene products into the Katharagama sacred premises from the 22nd of this month. Minister of Environment Mahinda Amaravira said that the use of plastic garlands during pujas at the Katharagama Devalaya will be banned, while pilgrims will be encouraged to use natural or paper-based materials. He also said that the sand mining activities along the Maniganga will be banned. This program will be implemented under the Surakimu Ganga project. Plans have been made to create the Katharagama city as an environmental-friendly area. The Health Ministry said COVID-19 vaccines that are to be received tomorrow under the COVAX program of the World Health Organization will be administered to persons above 60 years living in high-risk areas. This consignment will be the first batch of vaccines granted by the WHO under the COVAX facility. 264,000 doses are to be received. The WHO is to provide a total of 1.44 million doses. The total doses of vaccines are expected to be delivered to Sri Lanka by the end of May. The WHO has declared that about 25% of the Sri Lankan population would receive the vaccine under the COVAX program. Arrival of migratory birds in several places in the eastern province has increased. Environmentalists point out that several varieties of migratory birds are flying into the suburban villages in Batticaloa, Kalmunai and other areas from Australia and New Zealand. Next, the main news story.
Introducing Speed Investment with Sri Lanka Insurance, the only insurance policy that increases your sum assured by 5% every year for the same premium amount. You also get a bonus payment at maturity. What better plan to have when you can invest now and relax later? The Speed Investment Plan from Sri Lanka Insurance. Give a high five to life. Sri Lanka Insurance. Like a father, like a mother.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The renovation of 8 selected tanks in the Suryaveva Divisional Secretariat Division under the Vari Saubhagya program has been commended. The renovation of the Ran Kathura Veva will be held under the patronage of Minister Chamal Rajapaksa tomorrow evening. 8 million rupees will be spent for the project. It is expected to provide water for 52 acres of paddy land in the area. That was the main news story. Watchlight follows.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
A look at Watchlight. People in the area say that they are facing numerous difficulties due to the lack of a bus halt in the Ahongala town. People say that they are severely inconvenienced on rainy days and on hot sunny days. They pointed out that the non-availability of a bus halt with a roof is a major shortcoming at the junction of a main town. They request the Road Passenger Transport Authority to provide a solution to this problem. That was Watchlights. A bulletin of world news will follow.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. U.S. Democrats push ahead with COVID relief plan. Myanmar forces fire tear gas and stun grenades on protests as UN envoy calls for action. The world's oldest known wild bird has another chick at the age of 70. A compromise in the U.S. Senate means America's third major spending package to deal with the impact of the coronavirus pandemic can move forward. The $1.9 trillion plan has been championed by President Joe Biden as a way to help struggling citizens. Democrats in the Senate compromised over the issue of federal unemployment benefits, lowering it from $400 to $300 a week, but extending it to the 6th of September. The Senate's final vote on the package is expected in the coming days. Myanmar security forces used tear gas and stun grenades to break up a post in Yangon today, just hours after United Nations Special Envoy called on the Security Council to take action against the ruling junta for the killing of protesters. The Southeast Asian country has been plunged in turmoil since the military overthrew and detained elected leader Aung San Suu Kyi on February the 1st. With daily protests and strikes that have choked business and paralyzed administration. Sporadic protests were staged across Myanmar today, and the local media reported that police fired tear gas shells and stun grenades to break up a protest in the Shangchung district of Yangon, the country's biggest city. Wisdom the albatross, the world's oldest known wild bird, has had a chick at the age of at least 70. The Laysan albatross hatched the chick on the 1st of last month in a wildlife refuge in the North Pacific Ocean, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, USFWS, has said. Laysan albatrosses usually only live for 12 to 40 years, but Wisdom was first identified by researchers in 1956. To end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. US Democrats push ahead with a COVID relief plan. Myanmar forces tear gas and stun grenades on protests as UN envoy calls for action. The world's oldest known wild bird has another chick at the age of 70. That ends this bulletin of world news. Development news is up next.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by Nivea along with CIB from 1st to 15th March. Valuable gifts for every bill payment. Our products, our place. CIB.
About 120,000 acres will be cultivated with paddy in the Ampara district during the 21-21 Yalla season, including 24,010 acres in the Galoya Right Bank Central Channel area on the 20th of this month. District Secretary D.M.L. Bandaranaike held a discussion in this regard at the Akkarei Pattu Divisional Secretariat on Tuesday. That was Development News. Sports News is up next.
Development News was brought to you by Nivea along with CIB from 1st to 15th March. Valuable gifts for every bill payment. Our products, our place. CIB.
On to sports news. A netball tournament will be organised to mark International Women's Day. It has been organised by the Sri Lanka Netball Federation and the Sport Development Department with sponsorship by Dialogue. The matches will be held at the Torrington Grounds in Colombo tomorrow and the day after. The final match will be held on Monday at 3:30 p.m. and 150 players are to participate, representing 9 provinces. That was Sports News. Business News follows.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
The NDB and the Norwegian Development Finance Institution, Norfund, have reached an agreement for Norfund to invest up to 9.99% in National Development Bank. Under this agreement, Norfund will participate in the rights issue for 8 billion rupees that the NDB has already announced by way of subscribing to unsubscribed rights, and also by way of a private placement if required. This investment is subject to other conditions, including regulator and shareholders' approval. That was business news. Economic news is next.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Trade Minister Bandula Gunawardena says that the government program of controlling the price of essential goods is being successfully implemented. Many concessions will be provided to the consumers through Satosa and cooperative outlets. The prices of 27 items have been reduced since January. That was economic news, and finally a look at the weather reports.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Finally, the weather report. The Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at several places over most parts of the island after 1 p.m. Fairly heavy falls above 75 millimeters can be expected at some places in the central, Sabargamo, southern and western provinces and in the Polonnaruwa district. Several spells of showers will occur in the eastern and Nuwa provinces in the morning as well. That was a look at the weather report. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. The President emphasizes that there will be no room for separatism or extremism in the country. The DAG apparel factory in Monaragala was opened by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa this morning. 190 more persons were tested positive for the virus today. 8 more bodies of individuals who succumbed to COVID-19 have been buried in the Batticaloa district today. Pilgrims will not be permitted to carry plastics and polythene products into the Katargama sacred premises from the 22nd of this month. And in foreign news, US Democrats push ahead with COVID relief plan. That ends tonight's news broadcast. All right, the MW Express will drive through many areas in Sri Lanka and, of course, abroad as well, believe you me. So I will be joining the MW Express and together we will visit you in a little while from now.